everyone, how are you? My name is Nina and this is A Really Good Life. So welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday the 3rd of September. Here I am. I was going to call this episode Confessions with Nini, episode 1. And I was just going to make it like a regular sort of chat show. I mean, here I've even got a candle. I was going to light the candle and set the atmosphere, set the mood. But stupid me forgot to buy the lighter. So that's not really going to work, is it? I mean, in the whole house, I couldn't find any matches. So, oh my God, I can't laugh, otherwise I may piss myself. Now, I titled this vlog Boner Boundaries and How to Work with Men. I'm not really sure why I called it that. I mean, I am sure why I called it that, but I'm just going to sort of talk about this as I go along. So I even took some notes. I even made some notes so that I will not forget. Since I got my NDIS plan, I have been hiring, obviously, support workers to do various day-to-day tasks and to assist me to achieve the goals that I've got in my NDIS plan, right? It sounds pretty basic. So I've chosen men by preference. And I've thought about that recently, and I've tried to examine why I do that, because it's not just in support workers, it's across the board. If I go to a doctor, I guarantee you I'm going to choose a male. A hairdresser, male. The vet, male. I don't really know why it is, but I've really had to examine why is it that I prefer men. Do I have daddy issues? I don't even know. Now, I did a diploma of counselling last year at TAFE, and they brought this issue up even then because we had to like look at self-reflection and why I choose men to work with. And I'm not even really now certain of the answer, but I think this has proven problematic for me, and it's something I may need to change. I'm not 100% yes, no, don't know yet, but I'm going to explain. So as some of you know, Dante, what are you doing? This is Dante, by the way. You're gorgeous. I love you. So as some of you know, about 6 weeks ago now, my regular driver / support worker decided not to work for me anymore. And I'm not even now, I still don't have a clear idea as to why. So that left a big void that had to be filled. Now the instinct when you have a void is to obviously fill it. Hang on. But with me, I thought, no, I'm not going to jump to fill it with one permanent driver again. And the reason for that is I wanted to self-reflect and look at what went wrong and how could I have done things better, and hopefully at some point have a conversation and figure out what the issues, the underlying issues were, which I'm still unaware of, so that I can not repeat the same mistakes. Because I believe that if you keep repeating the same mistakes, you're going to get the same results. So deliberately did not fill that void. I have hired support workers, like totally random. Sometimes, you know, it's just been whoever's available. I have caught different taxis, and I've not, even with taxis, I've not committed to one regular driver. It's been flip the app, whoever comes gets the job. There's a reason for that. When you have a one driver, other drivers, support workers can see obviously how much work you're giving them and the amount of kind of work, and you know, they can work out the dollar amount per year that you're spending, and that makes you a very attractive proposition. Now, when I say attractive proposition, I actually mean that they see the dollar signs. So, this is I don't want to kind of make this sound ugly. Are you going to just sit there, okay? Be good. Do not chase the cat. So what I'm trying to say is, when you have a void, there's a void. Instinct is to fill the void. Me, I just want to self-reflect, work out what went wrong. I was spoilt over the time that I had. No mistake about that. I was absolutely spoilt. I tell you what, I spent 1 hour waiting for a Watts car last week. 1 hour. Now some of you, I'm sure, are going to watch and think, oh, 1 hour? Oh. Well, what about the time I waited 3 hours? It's just that I didn't really know that this is what people went through. I mean, I knew it, intellectually I knew it, but I've not experienced it. So to be thrust from a fantastic, did you just try to lick me? To be thrust from that fantastic world where I was looked after very well to, you know, waiting an hour for a taxi, it's kind of an adjustment factor, but let's just go on. So what I think the NDIS obviously, hey, get up, up. What the NDIS has done for me has changed my life. I mean, he's looking in the mirror. He's not going to behave himself today. What the NDIS has done for me has changed my life. Make no bones about that. But what it also does, and I think the shortcomings in the system, is that people with an NDIS package are now economic consumers. We have economic power. That requires a mind shift. Making that mind shift was really easy for me, that I was now a consumer. But how is that mind shift happening with the rest of the community? Are people with a disability learning that they have real choice and control over the people that they hire and the supports that they pay for? I don't know. I think that is where where there's going to be a real crux, is I don't see education happening in changing the mind shift from charity to economic empowered consumer. So the NDIS has had the unfortunate side effect of putting a target on my back. And when I say that, I mean that people start to see me as not a person anymore. No, they start to see me as a way to make money. And the checkbook, they see me as a blank checkbook. And when the left a void, it comes in where people just want to fill that void because they've got the dollar signs flashing in their eyes. And it's not that I'm not unaware of it and I'm not naive to it. I see it and I'm bemused by it, because I have watched these people and how these support workers / drivers, and how they treat me, and frankly, it's left me quite, I don't know, jaded. I know business is business, but they don't see me. No, they don't see me. I want to share with you, I'm just going to grab the camera. Oops, a daisy. I'm going to reach forward, grab the camera. I want to share with you, see this picture on the wall up here? That's me. I did that photo as a political statement. It's got nothing to do with sex. It's got nothing to do with being pornographic, nothing like that at all. That's a political statement. That's an idea that I had to do. And it was because once you're in this wheelchair, once you sit in a wheelchair, once you're using a mobility aid, once you've got that tag of disability, people don't see you. And I don't mean just visibly. I mean they see you as someone to, how's the word to put it? Corral to, I don't know how to put it. They think that you're stupid. They literally think that you are stupid and that you're worth money, so you're worth being around. Now, for those of you who've been watching my vlogs from the start, I wanted to say to you that I hope you realise you only see a very small portion of my life. You see what I choose to show you. Now, what you don't see is just before, here's an instance. Just before I was about to leave for the recent Melbourne road trip, I had a support worker booked in through a local company, agency, not going to mention any names, and I was concerned about this support worker's alcohol consumption. Now, I had witnessed it, I had seen it in my home on a previous occasion, and I'd seen it on CCTV camera where the person was in my environment drinking. And I said to the manager of this company, I said, look, I'm concerned because I'm taking this person on a road trip to Melbourne. That stress, that pressure, I don't think they're going to be able to stay sober. What do you think? Let's just say that I ended up not going with them on that road trip. I'll also tell you about the incident, Dante. I'll also tell you about the incident that I had with Hire Up, where I hired a male support worker through there, and he was going through a divorce, and again, alcohol consumption, self-medication. He ended up in my home screaming abuse at me because I'd asked him to complete a task, and that task reminded him of something his ex-wife used to ask him. It was the only time that I've ever felt afraid around a man. Now, I reported that person to Hire Up. That person is now working for a major disability company in my area, and even though I warned that manager what a volatile, unsafe person he is to be around, they hired him. And the reason is because there's such a huge amount of work coming through that there just isn't the safeguards to keep people safe. So we've got these problems where, I have these problems where it's either support workers are looking at me as a blank checkbook. I've got support workers who have been drunk on the job, who have been abusive, and this shit's not something I have shown on the blog. No, you're seeing all the shiny side of life. You're seeing the inspirational Nina. You don't see that side. But I'm tired of it. I am really tired of it. I've had it up to here. I don't know. I mean, I have to take responsibility for this. I don't know what it is that I'm actually doing wrong. And I don't mean, I'm not like saying I'm a victim and that's, no. I'm saying that when there's behaviour, you've got to look at what part you're playing in it. And how am I allowing these people to, why have I not cut them off first when the warning signs were there and I've allowed it to get worse? Now, that's a good question. I don't know. I think I've been too soft. I think I've been too soft. Now, I said this the other day to a friend, and they said to me, this is a person with a disability, and they said, well, yep, they've had similar issues and this is how they get around it. They get around it by hiring friends. And I was like, well, I don't think that's the solution, because call me old-fashioned, but money and friendship, I don't think mixes. Now, because if I'm paying a friend, say I need someone to take me grocery shopping and to a doctor's appointment, right? Simple. If I'm paying a friend to do that, is that a friendship anymore? I don't know. Where's the lines? The lines are blurred, the boundaries are not quite there. And I've had support workers say to me, oh, we're friends now, Nina. And I say, oh, thank God for that. I say, oh, thank God for that, because I can stop paying you now. So before I let you go, I think I'll just turn the camera around and show you. I went out this morning with one of my support workers and we went to Kmart and I bought a cat scratcher for him and a cat litter box. Bought this, it was like $3 for Dante, and a t-shirt that says, be your own hero. So instead of looking to others to inspire you, I think the message that I take home from that is inspire yourself. So I think I'll wrap this vlog up here. If you like more, these kind of chatty videos, confessions with Nini, I'm more than happy to do them. I've just got to have some topics to talk about. And I hope this one was not too heavy, but I have just had a gutful right now. Can't even tell you how pissed off I am underneath. But we will not focus on that. We will just roll into another cracker of a week. Always remember, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please give me a big thumbs up. Click subscribe if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, and I really would appreciate it. And always remember, despite everything, it really is a really good life.